Hello, my name is Kazis. I'm developing a tool called EasyTdd. It's a Visual Studio extension designed to enhance test-driven development. Today, I will demonstrate how to quickly and easily kickstart test-driven development by using EasyTdd. For demonstration, I'll use a classic calculator example. I'll need to create a class with a method which accepts an expression and returns calculated value. For simplicity, I won't cover multiplication, division, and other complex cases. Let's get started. Okay, so I have created three projects. One is a class library, where I have created a calculator class. The second is corresponding test project, and about the third one I will talk a bit later. To add a bit of complexity, I have hidden calculator class in a hierarchy of folders, and instead of using a string, I'll be using a proprietary class called expression as an input. First, I'll start with the traditional way of doing TDD. I have the calculator class. Now I need to create a test class. Pure TDD would typically require to create the test class first, allowing the test to reveal the need of the class before creating it. However, I don't strictly follow this rule, as it seems time-consuming to create a test, encounter compilation errors due to unrecognized type, and then creating the class. Therefore, I take shortcuts. To make it easier to find tests and maintain a clean structure in the test project, I always keep the same folder structure as in the source project. Classicists may disagree, as in the classic approach, functionality is considered as a unit. However, I lean more towards to the London style of TDD, where I treat a class as a unit. Anyway, now I'll create the folder structure in the test project. Alright, done. Now I'll create the test class. I prefer to start with at least some boundary tests. This gives me a sense of something tangible and runnable right from the beginning. I create some simple test to throw an exception when null is provided as an expression. Let's run and see. Let's run and see. Run. I have a red test. The code is runnable, but it took some time. This is one of the most annoying parts of doing TDD for me. There is so much boilerplate code I need to write, so many steps to do just to get started. It always made me feel like I have to produce so much code compared to what I have in production? What? Or what? I wasn't spending all those years in high school just to end up doing tasks like this. Or even, I'm paid too much to type this boilerplate code. And even like this. I need an assistant to handle these kinds of tasks. That is where EasyTdd comes into play. How? I will show you in a moment. Now I'll delete everything and demonstrate how fast and easy it is with EasyTdd. Simply click on Class Declaration, open Quick Action menu, select Generate Test. Voila! A readable test class with a single boundary test is just in front of my eyes. Everything works with default configuration. Now I will show you how to set it up for your specific needs. Okay, the current test has traditional namespace declaration instead of file scoped. It adds underscore prefix for each private field, and it generates test in test project suffixed with tests rather than unit tests. Now I will show you how to change that. The EasyTdd creates .EasyTdd for every solution it works with. Inside you can see settings.json file, which holds all the configuration, and default templates folder. Unfortunately, the tool doesn't have UI for changing configuration yet, but it's not a rocket science. I will show you how to do that. Let's open settings.json with a text editor. I prefer using Notepad++. Head to the test section. This field determines the suffix of corresponding test project name. I'll change it to unit tests. Additionally, I can adjust the suffix of test class name here. I also will change it to unit tests. Changing the class suffix will affect target test class name, while altering the project suffix will impact where the target test will be located. Save. Now let's see how it works. It might take a moment while settings will be refreshed from the file. Okay, open quick action menu, generate test. As you can see, now the test is generated in unit tests project. It has unit test suffix, and as the project is set up for MS tests, it uses corresponding attributes. Can run. Okay, read as expected. Next, I'll modify the template. I will open settings.json file again, head to the test section. As the target project is using the MS testing framework, I need to modify MS test section. I will change the path to the template. It's important not to modify the templates directly in default templates folder, as it will be overridden on the next EasyTdd update. I will just copy paste it to root of .EasyTdd folder. Save. Okay, open this as a text editor. Now I'll change how namespace is generated. Reduce indentation. And I will remove all the underscores. Okay, save. Let's see how it works. Okay, I will first show you one more feature when a test class is already generated, open a quick action menu on the class declaration. It shows an option to open the class. So it's easy to navigate when it's not already opened. Yeah, but to regenerate the test, I will have to delete it. Okay, now namespace is file scoped, and private fields are without underscores, as we expected. Let's continue with actual test-driven development. Now that we have the failing test, now I need to write some production code to make it pass. And now I run the test. Great. Now I will create a test to assert that the calculator parses the expression with a single number. Okay, I have a failing test. And now the green one. Now I'll provide a test to parse a more complex case. I will provide a number, a decimal number. And again, red test. Okay, they are in the test itself. Okay, cool, green again. I will continue with writing a test to throw an exception when non-numeric value is provided as an expression. I already have a boundary test with a test case attribute. I can add more cases here. Unfortunately, the compiler doesn't allow object initialization in the attribute. Luckily, all test frameworks have the ability to provide test cases either from a method within the test class or from external class. In the case of MS-test, there is attribute named dynamic data. And now I need to create test cases method, which needs to follow some strict rules. Now I can remove this and move this to the test cases method. Okay, so we have a failing test. Let's move on with writing production code. For this, I will use a regular expression. Okay, and green test. As you saw, adding test cases also required some boilerplate code, which was distracting. I had to remember how to write the attribute and also the structure of the test cases method. Fortunately, EasyTdd has something to offer in this regard as well. Let's go to the test. I will copy this and remove this part, remove this part, and watch. Call quick action menu and generate test cases. It adds attribute, generates the test cases method. I just need to fill the cases. Fast and easy. Cool. I want to continue adding success cases, but it's not convenient to add a separate test for each test case. I'll rework those tests into a single with the test cases. Additionally, I'll utilize EasyTdd for this task, but this time I'll opt to generate an external class for test cases instead of using a method. I prefer an external class when the cases take up a lot of visual space and makes the test class messy. Okay, so I provide the test signature, call quick action menu, and generate test cases in external file. Okay, external class is generated, attribute is created. Now I need to move the cases there. Okay, I want to mention that MS Test allows to add some display name for a specific case. I can use value from inputs. So I will take values 0, okay, something is not working. Okay, the values has to be of the same time. And here we can see the display name. So we know which test fails or succeeds. It's easier to recognize. And of course, test generation is configurable. We can go to settings. There is test external cases part, test cases part. There is section for each testing framework with links to templates. So I will not go into the details now. I have written a blog post about configuring this aspect, and I will leave the link in the description section. I've continued adding test cases in the test class and step-by-step adapting the production code to meet the requirements. Here are the test cases. And here is the production code. I won't delve deeper into the details, as the result can be found in my blog. That is all I wanted to show today. I hope this encourages you to start test-driven development with the help of EasyTdd. I have left the link in description section how to install the EasyTdd. Also the links to my blog posts. Happy and easy development! See you next time!